Now, Jake was supposed to fight Tommy Fury this month, but the brother of world heavyweight champ Tyson Fury had to drop out due to an injury. So instead of that big bout, Jake will be taking on former UFC welterweight champ Tyron Woodley in a rematch. In their previous meeting, the problem child beat Woodley via split decision earlier this year. So of course you have to know that Tyron Woodley is going to be very motivated to get his revenge on the YouTube star. But Jake seems to not really be that focused on the fight. Instead, he is far too busy Googling who the top 10 most searched athletes were on Google in the US for 2021. And at the top of that list was none other than Tiger Woods. Shockingly enough though, Jake Paul also ranked on this list at number 10, but even that isn't good enough for him, and now he wants to box Tiger Woods. In a tweet showing a screenshot of the top 10 chart, Jake Paul said, Google Trends top 10 most searched athletes of 2021, looking like a Jake Paul versus Tiger Woods fight in 2022. Tiger Woods is 45 years old and he is still recovering from a life-threatening car accident that he was in back in February that resulted in him suffering serious injuries to his leg, ankle, and foot. So I don't exactly think that he is in any shape to be fighting Jake Paul. And Jake has to know this. He's just doing his thing of calling out people he knows will most likely not want to fight him, and he does this to just stir up attention because, as I mentioned earlier, he does have an upcoming fight, and what better way to get people searching for you than to start calling out one of the greatest golfers of all time, and as you saw, statistically the most searched athlete in 2021. Following this brutal crash that Tiger Woods was involved in, he said that he has ruled out returning to golf full time. Instead, he hopes to play tour events in an ad hoc capacity. So basically, whenever he feels like he can physically play, he will. And last month during an interview with Golf Digest, Tiger said, I don't have to compete and play against the best players in the world to have a great life. After my back fusion, I had to climb Mount Everest one more time. I had to do it, and I did. Which he said referring to winning the 2019 Masters event. However, he then added, this time around, I don't think I'll have the body to climb Mount Everest, and that's okay. I can still participate in the game of golf. I can still, if my leg gets okay, click off a tournament here or there, but as far as climbing the mountain again and getting all the way to the top, I don't think that's a realistic expectation of me. I think something that is realistic is playing the tour one day, never full time, ever again, but pick and choose just like Mr. Ben Hogan did. Pick and choose a few events a year and play around that. And so within those few events a year that he's going to be doing, whenever he's cleared by his doctor, I highly doubt that his first thought is going to be boxing Jake Paul. The tweet from Jake though has garnered hundreds of comments with users giving their take on what would happen in this proposed fight. One user writes, I just want to see this man fight an actual boxer. Once he's done that, I'm sold. Sure, fighting these UFC fighters and retired basketball players is cool, but show your talent against those that actually box. Although another comment was just shocked that Jake Paul showed up as an athlete on Google and tweeted, you're actually calling yourself an athlete? Wow. Either way, it doesn't look like this fight is ever going to happen, no matter how much Jake Paul wants it to. During Amber Heard's testimony, she described along the alleged attacks and arguments that took place during her relationship with Johnny Depp. However, one of those photos, according to Depp's legal team, is completely fake. Amber detailed an alleged attack at the hands of Depp that she claimed left her with a bloody lip, which was backed up by her legal team with a photo to prove that this had happened. Unfortunately for them, the pic was shut down by the judge because it was not submitted in time for trial. That being said, media outlets like TMZ were able to get their hands on the photo, and Depp's press team says that the pic just doesn't line up with the timing of her allegations. Amber claimed in her testimony that Depp had struck her in the mouth during an argument. She went on to say, I was in one of these fights. I believe it's this one in his downtown ECB, we call it loft. And we're in the kitchen living room area and he backhands me. She continues and says, and it was, he wears a lot of rings. I remember kind of just feeling like my lip went into my teeth and it got a little blood on the wall. Just that simple, a little bit of blood on the wall. In the photo that was obtained by TMZ, Amber apparently took this picture right after the alleged incident. As she smiles, she is sporting what looks to be a small cut on her lip, along with a note that says, I shall return. A note that she also claimed that Johnny Depp had left behind. The photo is the same one that Amber Heard's legal team was trying to submit to show to the jury, but at the time, Depp's legal team objected and said that Amber's lawyers never submitted the pic during the discovery phase of the case. Now that it has hit the internet though, Depp's legal team told TMZ that the photo was actually taken in 2012, and according to them, the metadata of the photo confirms this. However, in the UK trial, Amber's witness statement said that the first violent incident that happened between them was in 2013, which would be a full year after the alleged bloody lip photo was taken, which means that she has been building this case against Johnny Depp for a while now, or she at least took that photo and placed a different context on it in the future, meaning that that the photo could have started as, let's say, a harmless selfie, her lip was cut by something else, and then in the future she decided to use it as evidence against Depp. Same thing with the rumors of her bruising. I saw someone suggest that she had perhaps gotten plastic surgery done, which would cause some bruising in the face area if that's where she got it, and then she used that as proof of being attacked. Again though, that's just a rumor. According to a source close to Amber, they said that she messed up her dates though in the UK case, and once she got her therapist's records, it showed that the alleged attacks from Johnny Depp did happen back in early 2012, therefore all of a sudden making the timelines match the photo's metadata. The photo and the alleged incident are just one example out of the countless other claims that Amber and Johnny have brought against each other in this trial. According to Johnny Depp's team, they claim that the actress's tales of attacks by Depp have evolved with new and convenient details, and they plan on exposing her lies during their cross-examination. Recently, Kanye West claimed to have picked up an unreleased adult film tape of his estranged wife Kim Kardashian and her then-boyfriend Ray J. Kanye said that after watching Kim kiss Pete at Saturday Night Live right in front of him, he immediately hopped on a red eye to get the laptop from him.
And kissed the dude you dating right in front of me. And everybody's like, oh, that's cool. After I went and got the laptop from Ray J myself that night.
On an episode of a podcast called Bootleg Kev, Ray J's former manager, Wack 100, made the bold claim of suggesting that he was in possession of another Kim Kardashian tape. Wack said in the episode, "We got part 2 on the laptop and it's never been seen. We'd love for you to have it. It'd be a great personal private NFT. I would never give it to anybody but Kanye because it's the mother of his children." Kanye then said that Kim became emotional after he brought her the tape. He goes on to say, "I gave it to her and she cried when she saw it. You know why she cried when she saw the laptop? Because it represents how much she's been used. It represents how much people didn't love her and just saw her as a commodity." However, in a new statement to Page 6, Kim K has dismissed the notion that there was another adult video involving her and Ray J. A spokesperson for Kim did confirm that a laptop was given to her, but they denied the existence of any explicit content that Kanye alleged was on the computer. The statement reads, "The computer and hard drive collected were supposed to contain the original video and any unseen footage. After review, there was nothing sexual unseen, only footage on the plane on the way to Mexico and footage at a club and restaurant on the same trip." Kim remains firm in her belief that there is no new second tape that exists. After 20 years, she truly wishes to move on from this chapter and focus instead on the positive things she continues to do as a mother, entrepreneur, and advocate for justice reform. But even with saying that and clearly laying out that the tape does not exist, a source also told the press that Kim was very emotional when Kanye showed up with a computer and hard drive. Then they're quoted as saying, "Kim was and still is truly grateful to Kanye for getting it back. The tape cost her a lot of pain and continues to haunt her to this day. Even though they are no longer together as a couple, they remain aligned with the same concerns about how this content that continues to be used against her will affect their 4 young kids in the future." Now, this could be though more mind games from Kanye West, because back in September when Wack 100 made the claim, Ray J even responded and said that the rumor just wasn't cool. In an Instagram caption, Ray J wrote, "This ain't cool. I've been staying off the radar, just staying focused and being humble and thankful for all the blessings I'm receiving. How can I show growth and maturity if this kind of stuff keeps happening? I'm a father now and my job is to be a great parent and put them first. This is not the message I want to send out." So why Wack would start this rumor and then tell Kanye to make it into an NFT is beyond me, but I'm thinking it's another case of clout chasing and another opportunity for Kanye to embarrass Kim after he felt embarrassed by her kissing Pete Davidson in front of him at SNL.
If you've been on the internet this week, it's no doubt that you've seen images swirling around the internet of all of the celebrities who graced the Met Gala this year. While all of the stars who ended up on the carpet definitely made a statement, one of the most talked about and controversial appearances was, of course, Kim Kardashian. The theme of the gala this year was gilded glamour, which meant that many stars were headed back into the fashion archives to pay homage to styles and aesthetics of the past. Instead of taking it way back in time, Kim wowed everyone when she showed up in the gown that Marilyn Monroe wore when she sang Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy at his birthday party back in 1962. Kim had dyed her hair blonde before the event in order to complete the look and had a fur stole that also is said to have belonged to Monroe. Kim is said to have borrowed this dress from Ripley's Believe It or Not museum, and since it belongs to the museum, she wasn't allowed to have the dress altered in any way. Kim only wore the piece for a few minutes before changing into a replica gown, but for those few minutes, she claimed to have spent weeks losing 16 pounds in order to fit into the dress. Clearly, some people weren't happy with Kim's decisions, as was made clear in a series of Instagram posts by Riverdale star Lily Reinhart. She didn't name any names, but she wrote, quote, "To walk on a red carpet and do an interview where where you say how starving you are because you haven't eaten carbs in the last month, all to fit into an effing dress. She continued on saying, quote, "So wrong, so effed on hundreds of levels." Kim had explained that while she didn't starve herself, she was very strict in her diet and workout routine leading up to the event. This clearly didn't sit well with Reinhardt, who also wrote, quote, "To openly admit to starving yourself for the sake of the Met Gala, when you know very well that millions of young men and women are looking up to you and listening to your every word. The ignorance is otherworldly, disgusting." Reinhardt has attended the gala herself in the past, in 2018, 2019, and in 2021, but she didn't end up attending this year. She finished her posts by saying, quote, "Please stop supporting these stupid, harmful celebrities whose entire image revolves around their bodies. I am not generally an angry person, but I swear to God, the toxicity of this industry sometimes really gets to me."
So if you didn't already know, Vogue has a 24 Hours series where Vogue follows around a celebrity for 24 hours so fans can get a sneak peek into their day. Dixie's video called 24 Hours with Dixie D'Amelio, from the recording studio to Valentino fittings, was uploaded on January 28th and already has over 1.5 million views. But the video also already has 56,000 dislikes, and the comments are flooded with hate towards Dixie. And honestly, there's a lot wrong with the video, and her whole demeanor in the video just gives off the vibe that she didn't really want to do the video, but is just being forced to by her management. And to let you guys know how big of a deal that this video series is, I believe the only other influencer that has had the honor to be a part of it is Emma Chamberlain, with the other celebrities in the list being the likes of Robert Pattinson and Megan Thee Stallion. So obviously a lot of A-list celebrities. So in the sea of hate comments on the video, they're just basically general negative comments that Dixie doesn't deserve the honor of being a part of this series and she hasn't earned her fame. But Dixie, who is 19, also made some entitled comments about college that got a lot of backlash too. Near the beginning of the video, she talks about her decision to move out to her own place instead of living with her parents, but joking that she still goes home every day so her mom can do things for her. Then she goes on to talk about how she was accepted to college in August of 2019, adding, quote, "I decided not to go because just traveling back and forth was going to be a lot. And I was also really scared because I saw someone make a TikTok saying that they would play my songs at a frat party, and that's really what turned me away from going to school, because I don't think I could handle that level of embarrassment, being at a frat party and hearing someone play my song." And oh boy, did that comment rub the internet the wrong way, with people calling her decision not to go to school because she is well known, privileged, and entitled. Also adding that kind of rhetoric is setting a terrible influence for her fans. One TikTok user at Maddie Dobbs posted a clip of D'Amelio's Vogue video with nearly 30,000 shares and 1 million likes at the time of writing. In the comments, some user called D'Amelio's comments about her apparent reason for not going to college tone deaf. But of course, some of Dixie's fans came to her defense, saying that she can make whatever choices that she wants to about her life. And of course, that is completely true. Dixie can make whatever decisions she wants. But she does have a track record of saying things in a really just entitled way that really just rubs people the wrong way. Another comment somewhat similar to this situation was back when she took a lie detector test with her boyfriend Noah Beck. And she said in the video that unless it's a promo, she barely posts online. And obviously tons of people found that really entitled because she was essentially admitting that she only posts when she needs to get money, not just, you know, connect with her fans. So I think at the end of the day, she shouldn't be canceled for these comments, but someone who is as famous as Dixie should really just be more careful with what she chooses to share, and especially how she says it, because millions of young people are watching her every move at this point. So that's all for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. Are people overreacting, or were these comments really that bad?